Today's the day one. Don't forget your yearbook.
Well, it looks like we have some special guests here today to talk about memories of some very special people to carry down middle school. Our first guest is an old friend, Abraham Lincoln. Welcome, Mr. England.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here today.
Our second guest is Juan Sebastian Bach. Welcome, Mr. Bach.
Thank you. Hi, Abe.
So, Abe, you know Mr. Quinn is retiring this year. You've always been his favorite. What do you have to say to Mr. Quinn?
Well, one of my favorite sayings is most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Mr. Quinn will always make one of my first classes exciting. He would do the woolly mammoth at the beginning of every year. He always found a way to cheer you up and give you a great laugh.
Juan, how about that?
And Mr. Spring also made class fun. I remember he took a fake phone call in the middle of a speech as a joke.
I understand the middle school frontline secretary is also retiring.
Yes, Mrs. Vaughn is retiring after working here so very many years. We remember walking in on her dancing in the office.
Whenever I went into the office, I would have a nice conversation with her.
She was always happy and joyful every time you went into the office.
Sounds like you're going to miss these people.
Most definitely.
Mr. Quinn, after acting like a woolly mammoth, once jumped on the desk and bit into a trash bag as part of his prehistoric personnel. Best day of school.
I remember he dropped a cannonball on someone's desk and we all jumped, terrified.
So Mr. Quinn is quite the character.
Oh, yes. Mr. Spring could be quite the character, too.
Oh, really?
He proudly used a light-up plastic trident to conduct the band.
I remember when during play practice he used to randomly start playing something on the piano and we would all start singing.
Sounds like these were very special teachers.
Mr. Quinn is so great with his students and we all love him. I will never forget his announcements. He gets us energized for the day.
Mr. Spring has always had funny moments, whether he is just having a conversation with a group of us, or singing off pitch, or in a band when he tries to explain a rhythm to us. He made me into the player I am today, and I hope to be in the future.
I've heard this story from a story about Miss Vaughn. After school, a student had to get into the building, so she pressed the button. Miss Vaughn said, "Go away, school is closed." She was so terrified, and then Miss Vaughn started laughing and told her to come inside.
You know that Mr. Quinn has been the voice of the Mustangs forever.
Yes, he announced at every game. He even ran quiz night for so many years.
And I can't tell you how many concerts and plays Mr. Spring has been involved in. Once Mr. Quinn joked about me drawing him a picture, and when I did, he gasped and made the face of a proud parent at graduation.
One time I came into Mr. Quinn's room to ask if I could go to a band lesson. He asked me if I was part of a gang because I was wearing an Under Armour headband. He told me I looked like I was in a gang.
I will remember his pep talks on how I'm going to persuade another student to do her homework.
Mrs. Spring, he told us to join band. He said it would be awesome.
Mr. Quinn always makes jokes about his drawings. He always has an excuse and says his wrist hurts. We all laugh and say sarcastic things about his drawings, like they're so great.
Again, these sound like phenomenal teachers.
I will remember what a phenomenal teacher and friend he was. He was more of a friend than a teacher. We always had a connection, and although I get on his nerves, he's still my favorite.
Mrs. Spring taught me how to play the keyboard. I still don't get how to read the notes, like B flat, but I remember him explaining it to me.
A student wrote this about Miss Vaughn. Miss Vaughn always gives us a funny laugh when we walk into the office. We always look forward to seeing her. She works really hard to get things done for our school so we can do fun things like go to flight or snow tubing. We will miss her dearly and do not know what we will do without her.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. I could fly higher than an eagle. For you are the wind beneath my wings.
We are going to miss all of you. School just won't be the same.
Just remember, and in the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years.
So the entire school wishes three of our favorite people a fond farewell and best wishes on your new adventures.
Thanks for watching. Now go make it a great day.